Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of tough talk coming from Trump these days. He's being very defiant to the highest degree. He said the United States will not shut down during the second COVID 19 wave. So when the second wave hit, we're not closing down. Trust me, the country is going to close down because if your workers are falling, you can't run a company if your workers are all falling ill. Plain and simple. It doesn't matter what this man says he ain't going to do. And I'm telling you, he will do it. Count on it. Count on it. Wait until people start getting sick, y'all. See, it's very convenient to say these things because you haven't even gotten through the first wave yet. You're still working your way through the first wave. And when the second one come, you ain't going to be able to keep shit open. So this is the Hill, May 21st, 2020. Trump says U.S. won't close over second COVID-19 wave. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Trump said Thursday the United States would not shut down in case of a second coronavirus wave. People say that a very distinct possibility, it's standard, and we're going to put out the fire. You haven't even put out the first fire. No, y'all don't listen to this stuff. They don't even have a proven track record with the first wave. They're fumbling and falling all over the place. But we're supposed to believe when the second one hit, you can be defiant and ignore everything and ignore the people that are dying. Yeah, right. Okay. We're not going to close the country. This is what he's saying. We're going to put the fires out. Okay, sure you are, Trump. Trump told reporters during a tour of a Ford manufacturing plant in Michigan when asked if he was concerned about a second wave of COVID-19. Trump expressed confidence that the country's ability to contain future outbreaks, referring to them as ambers. Oh, okay. Whether it's an ember or a flame, we're going to put it out, but we're not going to close our country, the president said. All 50 states have announced plans to begin loosening restrictions meant to curb the spread of coronavirus, opening their economies at various speeds so that Americans can begin to return to normal life. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I was reading an article this morning and it was saying, although some of these businesses are open, they are not hardly getting any customers. People are still not comfortable with the idea of walking in and just shopping in stores. So they may be open, but they're not getting a fraction of the customers that they used to get. States like Texas, North Carolina, and Arizona have reported rising numbers of coronavirus cases as they've embarked on reopening plans. The decision on whether to reintroduce restrictions in the event of a second wave would ultimately fall to the state governors, not the federal government. While the White House issued guidance to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, it was governors who instituted stay-at-home measures and ordered businesses to close. Still, Trump has made clear his desire for the country to reopen in order to address the economic damage caused by COVID-19. You are never getting this country back to the state it was in back in February. You're never getting that. Health experts, including Anthony Fauci, a key member of the White House coronavirus task force, have warned of the likelihood of a second wave of the virus come fall or winter and cautioned it could be more difficult to contain a future wave. Yeah, because it's going to be out around the same time of the flu season. Falsey told a Senate panel last week that it was possible that a second wave could be as bad or worse than the current situation, but expressed confidence that the government would expand testing. Yeah, whatever. I hope that if we do have the threat of a second wave, we will be able to deal with it very effectively to prevent it from becoming an outbreak, not only worse than now, but much, much less, Falsey said last Tuesday in a virtual testimony. Yeah, so he's saying this as he's in quarantine. I don't know who would have a lot of confidence in that, but okay. Top infectious disease experts also warned that reopening states too quickly would cost lives. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention Director Robert Redfield said in April that confronting the virus in the fall would be more difficult and potentially more complicated because we would have flu and coronavirus circulating at the same time. Trump has increasingly emphasized the need for the economy to reopen, which has contributed to more than 30, actually 38.6 million jobs, according to the report that came out today. Job losses as a result of business closures ordered by states across the country. He has recently refocused the coronavirus task force on safe reopening and developing vaccines and therapeutics to treat the virus. But health experts have emphasized the needs for robust testing and contact tracing capabilities to contain future outbreaks and cautioned that certain areas could need to retreat back to restrictions in the event there are substantial spikes. The coronavirus has sickened more than 1.5 million Americans and caused more than 90,000 domestic deaths. The death toll is expected to reach 100,000 by the beginning of June, according to the CDC. And later prepared remarks at a Ford facility, which is producing tens of thousands of ventilators for frontline healthcare workers. Trump declared that the country wasn't meant to shut down and described prolonged shutdowns as a non starter. Trump and many like him seem to talk like they got some kind of control over this thing. They have zero control. They haven't had an ounce of control since we've been in lockdown. And every single week, their scientists and doctors are coming out with new things they're learning about the virus. They are still learning about this damn thing. Please, you don't have no control over nothing. A permanent lockdown is not a strategy for a healthy state or a healthy country. Our country wasn't meant to be shut down, the president said. We did the right thing, but now it's time to open it up. Never ending lockdown would invite a public health calamity. To protect the health of our people, we must have a functioning economy. No, you want a functioning economy because y'all feel like you're not in control unless there's an economy. Unless, everything, oh, we want everything to go back to the way it was. Well, that's only a dream. A dream you will never obtain. You're not going to obtain that. You know, I don't know why it's so complicated for these people to understand that you don't have control over coronavirus at all. Okay, and each time we see the numbers going up, that's proof right there. You have zero control over this thing. Y'all need to stop trying to perform and act like you got this. You just got this. You got this. You got nothing. You got nothing.
President Trump said Thursday the United States would not shut down in the case of a second coronavirus wave. Quote, people say that's a very distinct possibility. It's standard, and we're going to put out the fires. We're not going to close the country. We're going to put out the fires, Trump told reporters during a tour of a Ford manufacturing plant in Ypsilanti, Michigan, when asked if he was concerned about a second wave of COVID-19. Trump expressed confidence in the country's ability to contain future outbreaks.
Okay, you haven't even proven that you can put the first outbreak. You haven't even destroyed the first outbreak. Woo, these people are all talk, talk. But when it comes down to showing the real action and muscle behind it, zero. Y'all, please tell me what you think. This is so laughable. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.